Sonic Advance 3 is an odd Sonic game, and it's definitely the most mixed entry out of the Sonic Advance lineup. Generally what I find online is either it's the best of the trilogy or the worst, and I believe this is largely down to whether folks are able to gel with the team mechanics or the level design. Personally speaking, I'm in the camp that believes this to be one of the worst entries out of the lot, and it's primarily because I found the level design to be, well, lacking. To me, this game encompasses some of the worst of Dimp's level design, which has been memed on a lot in the past due to their over-reliance on bottomless pits and crushing blocks. Enter the very talented Tracker TD, who many may recognise as being a very prominent modder in the Sonic community. This absolute mad lad was previously responsible for Sonic Advance 2 SP, which offered many adjustments in that title to offer quality of life improvements and level design tweaks that makes the experience significantly better. Now he has returned with Sonic Advance 3 SP, a ROM hack much like the previously mentioned Advance 2 SP. This project aims to make Sonic Advance 3 way more palatable by reducing the number of crushing deaths significantly, reducing the chance of being blindsided as you're running through the game's many zones, and as well as removing a significant number of bottomless pits, and instead replacing them with lower routes that you can take, expanding the level design slightly. And the improvement this makes to the game, for me at least, is absolutely massive. A lot of trial and error of the game is now just completely wiped away, allowing for a much smoother run. On top of that too, the character skills have also had some touch-ups in order to give the playable characters a lot more room to maneuver with. As an example, Sonic now pretty much always has access to his Insta-Shield ability, and Knuckles can generally just spin dash walls constantly, no matter who he's partnered with too. The partner picks do still of course affect your moveset like they used to in the base game. It's just now there's a little bit more flexibility in the skills that you get. So this feature is still great for experimenting with the available characters and finding the skill set that you enjoy the most. Unfortunately, one aspect of Advance 3 that is still here is the Chao collecting. So in order to collect a Chaos Emerald, you still need to explore and find the missing Chao before gaining a special key to gain access to the Chaos Emerald stage. The Chao locations are a little different from the base game, and while most of them are in the same place, there is a handful that have been moved about. And personally, I would have had it so that the Chao are completely optional, and you get a special key through different methods, honestly. But I'm not really sure how viable that would have been to implement, so that's not a slight against this ROM hack, but it is what I would have preferred, assuming it's possible to even begin with. Though one good thing that has been changed is the number of rings that you need to collect for the final special stage has been reduced. So that I'm quite thankful for, because that special stage is quite vicious, if I do say so myself. The hub worlds have all been streamlined too, so you're generally making your way from act to act a lot quicker than usual, with the hubs getting out of your way a lot more than they used to. And I will say, as much as I appreciate this change, it does fuck about with my muscle memory a ton, and it took me a little going to get used to the new layouts. And finally, of course, Act 3 of Chaos Angel Zone has been completely redone. No more waiting around on a small platform with the screen crunch messing with you. Now it is a full-fledged proper level, and the level design here is actually really well done, now becoming a fun stage that, in my opinion, is definitely more suitable for the final level of the game. Of course, not everyone of Sonic Advance 3's problem has been addressed, unfortunately, as I previously mentioned with the Chaos. The boss fights in both of Twinkle Snow and Cybertrack are just as infuriating as they have ever been. Though the Twinkle Snow one took me less time on this run than I expected it to when I was recording it, the insta-kill death over a pit with spike balls shooting at you is just as annoying as ever. For Cybertrack, it's not exactly hard, but it's incredibly frustrating to even hit the boss. it's pretty much the same as it was in Advance 3 base. In fact, all the bosses are pretty much untouched. They're exactly as they were in the original game. Essentially, this ROM hack improves upon the original game significantly, and from now on, unless I'm specifically itching to play it vanilla, this will likely be the way I go to play Sonic Advance 3 moving onwards. It's incredibly well done, and as it's only little tweaks to the level design here and there, not including Act 3 of Chaos Angel, I think it's incredibly faithful, while also improving the more, shall we say, rougher aspects of the game. If you guys want to play this ROM hack, then all you need to do is go to Tracker's website at astromuseum.org. There will be a link in the description. Head to the Sonic Mods section and grab the X-Delta file. Then you can use an X-Delta patcher, which you just Google it, you'll find it on Google easily enough, there'll be a website dedicated to it, and you can patch a copy of Sonic Advance 3. To be honest, it's also going to be worth looking around on that website in general too, as there's a lot of Tracker's other projects, and one that I would especially recommend is the Sonic Perfect System Collection, which offers a curated mod list for each of the Sonic games to improve upon them all and turn them into the best versions of the games that they can be. It's a fantastic resource that I heavily recommend folks checking out. And of course, with that, I fully recommend trying this ROM hack out. It offers a really good improvement over the original game that really smooths out the rougher edges. I do personally feel people should try out the original game too before playing this, however, just so they'll be able to appreciate the changes more, and so they can see the drastic difference between the versions of Chaos Angel Act 3, because I cannot overstate how much of an improvement that one stage is. But with that, thank you all for watching, folks. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, and all the links to everything I mentioned will be in the description. Happy speeding at the speed of sound. I shall hopefully catch you all again.